afternoon, good evening. That depends from where you are watching me from or screaming me from. Welcome to Vian the Ebony TV. As you guys knows me, I'm here, and my channel is just all about dealing with mothers. How mothers can cope with kids and anything to do with kids, mother and kids. That is what all my channel is all about. I've already introduced myself before in my first video, and this is my second video. And today we are going to be talking about, as a mom, always be a good example to your kids. As a mom, I know people will be wondering now, why is she always talking about mothers? Mothers spend a lot of time more with their kids. Fathers always go to work. Most times they don't even know what is going on in the house, because they are always busy. Their work is just to put the food on the table for the family to live from. That is why I'm always talking about now, because many moms are just making a lot of mistakes, which is normally not good. Okay, so today we are talking about, as a mom, always be a good example to your kids. You might say, what does she mean? What does she mean by that? Yeah. If you want your child, or let me say your children, to be good out there, to be a good citizen one day to the country, you always have to learn what you say. Mind what you say. Be careful what you're doing. Always, before you do anything, always think about your kids as a mom, because kids always learn more from their mothers. Kids always learn more from the mothers. Many women don't know this. Many women don't know this. It's what their mother does. That is what they emulate from. Of course, yes. That is what they emulate from. Because they think what my mother is doing is normal. It's normal. You understand? And if it's not good, I don't expect my mother to do it. Always be a good example. Know what you do. Know what you do as a mother. Know what you do. Before you make a step, make a footstep, think twice as a mom. Think twice. Because your child is watching you. Some people will be thinking, I have little children, my kids are still small. They don't know anything now. Who told you that? When a child is already 3 years, in my own knowledge, in my own experience, when a child is already 3 years, she or he already knows everything. Trust me. Trust me. Because whatever you do is what he or she will think is just normal. It's normal thing. Please, mothers, always think twice before you do anything. You cannot tell your child, for example, let me use example of education. You cannot tell your child, go to school, learn a job, I want you to study, and you are a social, or you collect social benefit from the government, and you expect that child to listen to you. How? What example do you have as a mom? Tell me. Is it not obvious? What kind of example do you have? How do you want to convince that child that education is important? Tell me. When you are sitting in the house the whole day, busy doing nothing, all you do is to call on the phone, talk to friends, and you don't even have, or maybe you have just secondary school certificates. Even the secondary school certificates you don't even have. Maybe sometimes you cannot even bring it out. And you are there telling your child education is important. Don't misunderstand me. There are kids which love schooling, which you don't need to explain to them why school is important. Yeah, they just know this by themselves. They just want to be educated. They just like to do that. It's their kids, but trust me, 80% of our kids, you need to force them, especially those of us that is living in Europe. Those of us that is living in Europe, trust me, most of our kids, we have to beg them to go to school here. It's only Africa the kids like to go to school because I think the parents cannot afford it, and the kids they just want to go to school. In Europe, you beg kids mostly to go to school. And you as a parent, you don't even the language skill you don't even have. You sit your ass, even to go to work, you don't go. And now you are there telling your child, oh, please, son, please, daughter, I want you to go to school. I want you to study. He or she will kind of, what is she saying? Hey, she didn't even go to school. Imagine she's in the house. She gets government money. She's getting benefit from the government. And now she's here telling me to go to school. What? Is she kidding me right now? That child will never listen to you. Tell me, how will that child listen to you as a mom? That child can never listen to you. And you think, and then you will think, oh, this child is spoiled because you don't have a good example to give to that child. You are not a good example to that child. And you want the child to listen to you. Mothers, always learn how to do things. Watch your footstep. Always think twice before making any move. Because your kids are watching you. Your kids are watching you. They are really watching you. You might think they are still small. Oh, she don't know anything. She don't know what the world is all about. They don't want to know what the world is all about. They want to know what my mother is all about. They want to know what kind of mother I have. They want you to be the example for them. You have to be a role model to your kids. I know many people will say, why she don't talk about fathers or all those things. Fathers are almost not in the house. Fathers, they are working, especially the men we have here in Europe. All they do is to work. It's just work. The people living in Europe relate with me. They will know what I'm talking about. All they do is just to work. They come back in the evening. The next thing we see, they're already in the bed, sleeping, because tomorrow morning they have to wake up by 7 o'clock and go to work again. But we mom, even when we are working class mothers, we still also, that love is there. We still want to do more for our kids. We still always want to be in their life. And then why can't we be example to our kids? Let us be an example to our kids. You are the most in the house, mothers. Mom, you are always in the house or you are working. You see the little few hours you have, that child is imitating you. Is copying from you. Is watching your footsteps. Especially those of us who have daughters. Most of us who have daughters. For example, let me use the what will I say? Using abusive words. You want your daughter to respect the husband in future. You want your daughter to always know the value of her husband. You have to give that example first. You cannot insult your husband in the front of your daughter and then you expect that your daughter will not do the same in the future with her own husband. She will definitely do it. Of course she will do it. Because she will be thinking it's normal. It's normal. My mother is always doing it. Why? What is not the big deal? I can also do that. Of course she will do. She will definitely do it. And then tomorrow you are coming and say that child, it's not good for you to insult your husband. You don't do that. Are you kidding me? Is it not what you did for straight 10 years or 20 years with her father? And now you are here telling the child it's not good? Do you think that child will listen to you? I'm so sorry she will not listen. You know that I don't need to explain that more further. Because you know that child will never listen. She will just think, look at who is talking. She was even worse than me. And now she's coming here and advise me. What she want to say? That is our kids. That is our kids. For example, in the house we are telling, we don't use abusive words in this house. No F words in this house. We don't want F words here. And you are just in the phone. Maybe someone just provoke you on the phone. Or maybe the father just provoke you. And then you are using the biggest F words ever. And then tomorrow when the child uses the word, you will say, why are you saying that? It's not allowed in this house. Are you kidding me? Are you for real? For real? And you think that child will listen to you? Please. He or she will never listen. Because you are never a good example. Be a good example. Be a very good example. And that always, it will help. It's not too late for you to change. Everybody makes mistakes. Even me that is sitting down here. I was once like that. Until I realized it, that it's not good. Then I changed something. You can change it. When I say you can change it, you can change it. Be an example as a mom. And always spend time. Always spend time with your kids. Even when you are a working class mother. I know you don't have that time. You have to work, come back, cook, clean, do a lot. Of course I know. I understand you because I'm in the same shoes like you. But spend time. Even if it's that 30 minutes, 1 hour. Create that time to ask them what was going on the other day. How was their school? How was their day? Is there anything they want to talk about? You can ask them. Because you doing that, it's also an example for the kids, for them to do the same to their kids in the future to come. That is the good examples we have to lay down for our kids. Be a role model to your kids. Don't do things because you want to please people out there. Oh, let me do it so people will think. No, your responsibility is your kids' mothers. As a mom, your responsibility is your kids. Mind what you do. They emulate you. They imitate you. They are following your footsteps. They are copying you. You can't tell your child, stop keeping fake friends. Stop keeping bad friends. Too much of friends is not good. Create time for yourself. Read all those things. And your friend is seeing you have different friends. And they are seeing the characters of all the friends you have. Their characters is obvious. That even the blind can even see by force. And then you are there telling your child, don't make bad friends. Don't make friends with bad people. Don't have bad friends. And you think that child is listening to you. Hello. That child can never listen to you. I am so sorry. Be an example. Be a mom your child will be proud of. Be that mother your child will say, I love my mom. I learned a lot from her. I want to be like my mom. There are many mothers, the children don't even like to be like their mom. Because their mom is really obvious. The character of their mom is really worst. Some daughters don't want to be like their mom. They'll say, no, I reject to be like my mom. She does a lot. It was not nice what my mother was doing the whole time, the whole years. Do you want to be among those moms which your daughters will be afraid of? Which your daughter will be ashamed to introduce to her friends? Please don't. Be an example. Be an example to your kids as a mom. Don't be that mother that sits around busy doing nothing, and then you are telling that child, let me use a good example. As an example, you are telling your child, go and clean up your room is dirty, clean it up, your room is dirty. How can you stay in this dirty room? And in your own room, there are clothes on the bed, the cupboard is scattered, the floor, I don't even know the last time you rubbed the floor, the last time you cleaned it up, the last time you, I don't know, the last time you even arranged your room. And then you are just telling your child to go and clean his or her room, and you think that child will listen to you, and you are very sure that child will just say, okay, mommy. You will just talk, she will just sit down, cross her leg, and say, mommy, I don't have at that time here. It's not possible. I don't have the time now for that. Please. Because you know why? You're not a good example. They can never listen to you. Never. Being a role model to a child is the best thing ever a mother can give to a child. It's the best thing a mother can give to a child. Trust me. Money, they said, is not everything. I am always saying it. Money is not everything. When a child is not brought up in a good manners, she will live to regret, and she will live to hate you as the mom. Do you know why? Because she will think you were never there for her. She will think all you cared was just yourself. She will think, or he will think, you never care about his or her future to come. Create that time. You yourself create that time. Be careful of what you are doing. The way you talk, the way you move, the way you dress. Your kids will always want to be like you sometimes. When you tell them this thing, don't do it, they'll tell you, hey, you are also doing this. Say, why I cannot do it? Mom, please, you are doing the same, let me do. And you know in your heart that what you were doing was not good, but you just want to feel happy in that moment, and you think, let me do it and let me be happy. And you never think of your kids, that they are somewhat there watching you, and you want the child to obey you or to listen to your advice. I'm so sorry, Mom. He or she can never listen. Not even for once. I'm so sorry. Use yourself as an example. Use yourself as an example. Will you accept that? When your parents said, don't do this, and you just see them doing it, and they are coming to tell you, you shouldn't do it, will you even listen? Just be in the shoes of your kids right now. Will you do it? Will you listen? Of course not. Of course, I know you were not. You will not listen. You read that, yeah, I will do. Yes, of course I will do. And the next thing you will see, you are already in that place they said you should not be. Please, don't ever do that. No. Be an example to your kids. Mom, I'm talking to moms. We are the owner of our kids. We spend more time with our kids. We are the one who carry those kids 9 months in our stomach. We gave birth to them. I don't need to explain how painful that was. It's a pain that you can never, one can never even explain it. That pain. And then you want to sit down and watch that child go in another direction because of your own mistake. Because you were not thinking before doing this. Because you were not thinking before making a footstep. It doesn't help. Now, it doesn't help. Be an example, mom. Mothers, be an example to your kids. Mind what you do. Mind what you do. Think twice. Always think. Always think before you make a step. You might say, why is she? Everybody made. Of course, it's not too late to change if you want to change right now. Everybody made mistake. It's not too late. No, it's not too late. You can change. You can start doing something right now. You can start doing something right now. Stop telling your child don't use F words in the house and you are using the biggest F words ever. Is that an example as a mother to your child? No. That is not an example for your child. Showing respect, let me see. Showing respect. Let me use this example. You are always telling your children, respect your parents. You have to respect me. I'm your mother. You have to respect me. And your mother will come visiting. And you are disrespecting your mother. My mommy. Is that an example to your child? You are just telling your child, don't insult your elders. Don't insult your elders. You have to respect those that is older than you. And you. Before someone will even say a word, an elder say a word, you already use the biggest insult ever. Even one cannot even imagine. You have already used it. In the presence of your child. And then tomorrow you come and tell that child, respect your elders. Don't insult your elders. Respect those that is older than you. And you think that child will listen to you. Please. Please, mom. Please. Please. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Please, mom. Please. And you think that child will listen to you. And you think that child will even want to hear a word from you. When you just disrespect an elder. We moms should always think twice before saying word out of our mouths. Please, be a role model to your child. It's very important, mothers. Very important. Let us prepare our children for the future to come. Let us prepare them by by showing them an example of it. We have to show an example to them. We have to be an example to them. Let us be a role model to our kids, especially to our daughters out there. Moms, that is the only way to give our children a better tomorrow, a better future, by being an example. By being an example. Let's be a role model for our kids. To our kids. Let's be a role model to our kids. And that will really help us. And we have the best kids ever. Try this out. Try it out. And see that smile that will be on your face. You will see that smile again. Spend time with your kids. Always ask them. Always wants to know what is wrong. Always ask them. Be in their life. Be an example. Those are all things we mothers have to do. Because those things we are showing them right now, they will also do the same to their kids. Either good or bad. When you do anything bad, when you show a bad example to your kids, they will definitely extend that badness to their own kids in future to come. If we give them a good example, they will extend that goodness to their children in future to come. Which part are you, mommy? Which part are you? You as a mom that I'm talking to now, which part are you? Are you in the part of good or in the part of the bad one? I think you'll be in the part of the good one. Let's be an example. And God give us more strength to be able to give the best to our kids. We know we don't have that strength. It's only God that can help us. And always believe on that. Pray to God and make a good example. And God will grant everything and give us the best. And it will help us to bring the best out of us as a mom and give it to our kids. So guys, this is all I just want to say. Example to your kids. Thank you everyone for watching. I see you next time in my next video. Before then, stay blessed. And I love you guys so much. And please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, if this is your first time coming across my videos, don't forget to click that subscribe button. Press the notification bell so anytime I upload any videos, you will be the first to see it. I love you. I love you all. And God bless. Bye everyone. Bye.